As you just heard, Michelle, Al, Blaze, and Chuck presented their findings of their respective task forces to the board directors of the CVB. We then discussed and debated the key elements, and from those discussions we generated a position statement that I would now like to share with you. The PA Dutch Convention and Visitors Bureau convened a fiscal impact and recovery task force to identify the facts surrounding the financial crisis of the Lancaster County Convention Center Authority and its impact on our community. Tourism is one of Lancaster County's leading industries, welcoming more than 11 million visitors who spend $1.8 billion in the county yearly. That positions Lancaster County as one of the most visited destinations in Pennsylvania. As part of our tourism community, the Lancaster County Convention Center has generated economic gains for businesses and continues to welcome new visitors to Lancaster County. The PD-CVB spends the majority of its resources each year marketing Lancaster County. The redirection of $900,000 annually in hotel room tax revenue from the CVB to the Lancaster County Convention Center Authority to satisfy its debt service, on top of an unrelated loss of $1 million in state funding, impacts the CVB's ability to market Lancaster County and ultimately the hospitality industry as a whole. As demonstrated in other markets, a lack of marketing dollars will negatively impact hotel room tax revenue, compounding the financial crisis of the Convention Center Authority. The PD-CVB Board of Directors believes that no single action will result in a viable long-term remedy. It is imperative that community leaders join forces now to devise a sustainable, multi-pronged solution that addresses the LCCCA funding challenges. The following is the list of recommendations and outcomes that the CVB Board approved. The PD-CVB Board of Directors recommends all stakeholders implement a long-term debt funding solution for the Convention Center while considering the findings of the Fiscal Impact and Recovery Task Force. And we identified the key stakeholders as the County of Lancaster, City of Lancaster, Wells Fargo, the Lancaster County Convention Center Authority, Penn Square Partners, our state legislative delegation, and of course the PA Dutch Convention and Visitors Bureau. In the search for this long-term solution, the following should be considered. Number one, the credit enhancement reduction, and that's the variable interest rate that you heard about just a few minutes ago. Revenue enhancement or funding sources, and we need to look at all opportunities there. Expense savings related to the Convention Center, and reinstatement of the CVB funding for destination marketing. Those are the dollars that help drive tourism, that help improve the hotel room tax, that help fund the problems that we're talking about today. In addition, the PD-CVB Board of Directors recommends spreading the incremental burden across the entities that benefit from the LCCC. With that said, the PD-CVB Board of Directors does not support an increase in the hotel tax or excise tax for the purpose of funding shortfalls in operating expenses, debt service requirements, or furniture, fixtures, and equipment related to the Convention Center. The PD-CVB Board of Directors recommends the appointment of 3 voting members to the Convention Center Authority Board from the tourism hospitality industry, starting with the next available appointments. Currently, there are no industry representation on the board. The CVB Board of Directors recommends strengthening the county ordinances related to the collection of the hotel and excise taxes and the associated penalties for non-payment of tax. And finally, the PD-CVB Board of Directors recommends a formal agreement be entered into between the Convention Center Authority and the CVB, clearly outlining the CVB's and Interstate Hotel and Resorts role in securing priority 1 and 2 events on behalf of Lancaster County. The agreement will outline responsibilities, goals, accountability, and communication between the partners. As you heard probably a few times throughout our presentation today, we believe that the solution needs to be a community-based solution. And the CVB and the board would encourage all of the key stakeholders to come together immediately so we can begin to work on a solution. There are many opportunities, many options, but it can only be resolved through community effort. Thank you.